Hey, welcome or welcome back. It's as always good to see you today. It's still Saturday, and we have our second Amberlynn video that I'm trying to catch up on. This one is titled Girlfriend Moving In, Health Update, Past Relationship Regret, and Mukbangs. And it has 3 exclamation points, so you know she's seriously excited about this. Yeah, not much to say on that. I'm having issues with Streamlabs being annoying, so I have to keep restarting it to get all the audio to export to be output to the video. So I might only record 2 this morning because it's getting a little frustrating. But all that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, if you are new here, first of all, welcome. Second of all, I do speed Amberlynn up to 1.25 speed because she does speak a little too slowly for me. So let's see. Oh, this one's almost 20 minutes. Damn.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So today we're gonna do a Q&A. So I went onto Instagram, which is
it's a Q&A. If there's anything stupid like what's your favorite color, I'll probably cut that out. So there may be some questions that are not included in this video.
where I always have you guys ask me questions because I notice that people are more willing to ask a variety of questions when it's like private versus like if I go on YouTube on my community post and say ask questions. People will purposely ask like the harshest questions they could think of, and it's just all about who can come up with the meanest thing, and I'm just not really about that competition, so I always go to Instagram. So if you guys,
well, you have a smaller following on Instagram too than you do on YouTube. So that could be part of it as well. A lot more haters probably follow you on YouTube than on Instagram.
follow me on Instagram for future reference when time like this does happen. All of my social media is down in the description below. So I gathered 33 questions. Yes, I did. I'm 33
Wow.
years old, so I figured why not? Let's do it. Are you still doing cameos? Yes, I am. That's also something else you can find down
It is linked in her description.
the description box. I will do a cameo for literally anything besides roasting people. I can only roast people that I know and where we have that level of like roasting friendship or relationship. I can't roast people I don't know, so that's like the only one I can't do. But besides that, I will do any cameo request. How are your kidney stone symptoms going? So I know not everyone watches every single one of my videos, so just a little backstory. I had a little bit of blood in my urine. I was tested for a UTI 3 times and it would come back negative each time. I also started to have a little bit of pelvis pain, a little bit of flank pain, and I ended up getting a CT scan, and it turns out I have a 6mm kidney stone that is not obstructing, so it's not moving. It's literally just chilling inside of my kidney. I actually have not had blood in my urine in a while, so that is a good thing. But when I do a lot of like moving and stuff, I do still have a little bit of pain, and that's normal. When you have a kidney stone, if you're doing a lot of moving, you're gonna move it around a little bit and you're gonna feel uncomfortable. So that is currently what I'm dealing with. I do still have my urologist appointment scheduled and ready to go. If you guys remember, that was scheduled for November and I'm not able to get anything sooner. I tried. Who was someone you miss and wish was still?
So, yeah, getting doctor's appointments soon is really difficult without going to like urgent care or the ER. I have appointments scheduled out like months in advance. So that is, for people that may not be familiar with the American healthcare system, that is quite common to have like 3 or 4 months out for a doctor's appointment, unless it's a urgent emergency. So I think this question started out as, who is someone you miss?
Your life. Honestly, I miss my friend Alexis. I miss the friendship we used to have, and
Oh, yeah, I haven't done any videos on that drama. Apparently Alexis has deleted a lot of those videos, and they have. So I do know a little bit about a few current things just from some things that I've seen on Amberlynn's post. She met Alexis, and I could have sworn they met in person before. So Alexis and Amberlynn are friends again, and Amberlynn is in Wisconsin, or was in Wisconsin at least, visiting Tommy.
I miss the person that I thought she was, but I miss the Alexis before the betrayal. Why do you keep calling your girlfriend Tommy? So I'm calling my girlfriend Tommy because that is what she prefers to be called. So it's out of respect. Who are you voting for? So this is actually going to be the first year that I vote.
The first year that, oh, you haven't voted before? I guess going to the voting places would be a little difficult for Amberlynn and standing in line for long periods of time. You could do absentee ballot or mail-in votes.
And I'm voting for Kamala Harris, and I am literally
Kamala.
so ecstatic. If she becomes our president, I will be bawling my eyes out. Like, I genuinely love like what she stands for. Obviously, no president will ever be perfect. And I know politics, look at that cutie. I know politics isn't thoroughly something that I really want to talk about on my channel. but I genuinely love her and I support her and I would love for her to be my president. And you don't have to agree with me. It's totally fine. Everyone can have different opinions on politics without like fighting in the comments. Please, let's just calm down. Have you and Tommy considered having a third in your relationship? No. She's too jealous. I'm too jealous. We're definitely monogamous people.
Why are you wanting to be the third person that asked this question?
Neither of us want to share each other at all. People say they don't like you because you're a bad person, but they make fun of your weight and body. Why do you think that is? Those people, they don't dislike me because I'm a bad person. They dislike me because I'm a big person and I'm an easy target. When are you going to publish a book? So if you guys don't know, I've been wanting to publish a guided journal and a poetry book because I used to love writing poetry, but I'm telling you guys, I haven't really been writing poetry. It's kind of like left my body. I used to be super passionate about it, but I'm still journaling every single day. I love journaling. I love guided journals. So I still would love to be able to create a guided journal for you guys. I think that would be so freaking fun. It's just like,
What would Amberlynn's guided journal consist of?
steps to doing so. I am a little confused by it. I'm not gonna lie, but I really do want to make it happen because I know how many of you would love a guided journal by Amberlynn Reed because I am journalin over here. When you
I'd probably buy it, just to do a review of it. I don't journal. I just don't have the patience for it.
back to therapy, will you share that journey with us? I think a lot of us would love that. I am sure that when I start therapy, I will definitely tell you guys about it. I remember last time I did like intensive therapy, I came on here and I would share that with you guys and I got really open and a lot of people hated that, which I thought was weird because it was also very highly requested. It's just a really good example that like no matter what I do, it's always like the wrong thing and the
Well, you're always going to have two different groups of people. You're going to have people that like this, that don't like this, and don't like this, and like this. And you're not going to please everybody. She has what, 241,000 subscribers now. So you're not going to please everybody.
wrong option. So I'm just gonna do me and however I feel in the moment
She does need to get back into therapy though, because she has issues.
is probably what I will do. And a lot of people think that I'm super indecisive, which I definitely am a very indecisive person. I change my mind a lot. And I think a really big reason for that as well is because I get so many different like conflicting opinions. So then I try to take those into consideration and then it makes me more indecisive. So it's like, what the heck? So that's why a lot of the time I'm kind of just like go with the flow and it's however I'm feeling at the moment is what I will do. Do you trust Tommy? I know that you have trust issues with people. I never fully trust anybody. That is just how it's always been for me. I fully believe that you earn someone's trust. You don't just trust someone right off the bat and hope they don't break that. I have been through a
Sure.
lot in my life and in my childhood. I learned very early that you cannot trust people. And I learned that at a very young age that most people shouldn't have to like experience that. But I do feel like everything I've been through has made me stronger and it has made me realize that like you can't fully trust people. But I trust Tommy more than I have trusted anybody probably my whole life. And that feeling has come natural. It hasn't even like been
That's weird because she barely knows Tommy.
something that like I've had to work on fully. Of course, I've had to work on my trust with literally everyone, including Tommy. But like the level of where I do trust her, that has come natural for me and it has actually shocked me. Are you doing Vlogmas this year? Honestly, I have no earthly idea. I go back and forth. It was a
No. She's been saying the word no really weird lately.
no. And then I was like, you know what, let's do it. And now I'm currently at like, I don't know, where'd the nickname Ambi come from? So it originated when I was just a little girl. I'm talking like a baby. Both my parents would call me Ambies and my mom would call me Ambi here and there. And then I've had two people in my life call me Ambi just like naturally by themselves. My ex Feline and then my ex best friend Alexis. And I've realized I actually low key love that. I love the nickname so much that I made it my Instagram and I'm kind of feeling it.
She's hectic Ambi now.
Like Amberlynn who? So I've also noticed that a lot of people are calling me Ambi now. And I love it, low key. I think it's super adorable. Like it comes from literally just when I was like knee high to a grasshopper. What was that? What is your current obsession? Well, besides my girlfriend, the song Good Luck Babe by Chapel Roan, I cannot stop. I literally cannot stop listening to it.
I haven't heard a single song by Chapel Roan. I don't listen to the radio very much unless I'm driving, and it hasn't crossed my path. I have not heard a single song by her. I think she's from Southwest Missouri though, like Willard, I want to say.
It's kind of sick. It's kind of gross. It's kind of disgusting. Like, I'm obsessed. Like, I love the meaning behind it, and like, I love how she sounds. I just love everything. Like, it is the most perfect song. I'm obsessed. Have you fully forgave your mother for her actions while she was deep in her addiction? Yes, I have. Do those things still hurt me sometimes? Yes. But you can forgive and you can heal and you can still be a human with feelings and emotions. That's completely normal. I'm not a robot. But it's like, I think it's time to move on. Like, I'm 33 years old. My mom and I still have those deep discussions sometimes about the past, but I've always loved my mom unconditionally and sometimes to a fault. I'm not gonna lie. So now that she's almost 9 years sober and she has completely transformed her life and we have a relationship together, like, if I didn't fully forgive her, it would only be hurting the both of us. Is Tommy moving to Oklahoma? No, she isn't. I know a lot of people are assuming that, but nope, she's not. Do you think the sun
Is Amberlynn going to move to Wisconsin? I don't know if Amberlynn would care for the winters in Wisconsin.
is real? Because it is so bright, it doesn't even make sense. I'm sorry, but this question genuinely made me LOL when I first read it. Because you guys like hate conspiracy Lynn, which I understand. I just like to think outside of the box sometimes, you know?
That's not outside of the box. I didn't catch the question.
And I'm a firm believer that like just because you're taught something in school and you're
Hold on, let me try to catch what this question was. Okay, the question was, do you think the sun is real? Because it is so bright it doesn't even make sense. Oh my god, that is the stupidest question. But Amberlynn does... Sorry for that screen freeze there. Amberlynn doesn't believe the moon landing happened. She believes it was fake. Which is ridiculous, because it did really happen. I have a whole video on that. If I remember, I will link. But yeah.
something doesn't mean it's real. And I know that's
so most of the things we're taught in school have a basis of truth, like science. Science is going to be true. It's going to be real. Do we always learn new things that advance our knowledge? Yes. Now, when it comes to history, a lot of things in history are left out. History is written by the winners, of course. So there are going to be stories that we don't know. And when more research and investigation is done, sometimes things come out that we learn, like the whole Christopher Columbus thing. There was a friend on Facebook that went to my high school, and he was all like, Christopher Columbus wasn't a bad guy. He found America. And it's like, no, dude, he was a dick. Christopher Columbus was a horrible, horrible person. And these things we learn as time goes on. But sometimes we learn more things about people and about history. And people's opinions change, and we have to reteach things. Now, some of these things aren't taught in school because, of course, you're not going to teach 10-year-olds that Christopher Columbus raped and pillaged and did all these horrible things. But his landing in America is part of our country's history, so they teach it. But they don't teach little kids the absolutely horrid things that he did. But anyway, let's continue on here.
To a lot of people, that's fine. But like the moon landing did not happen. Like
oh my god, for fuck's sake, Amberlynn. The moon landing did happen. Be nice, Libby. Don't call her. Don't call her names.
I feel that like inside of my soul. So it's fun.
Well, your soul's fucking wrong. You need to start thinking with your fucking brain, not your goddamn soul. Jesus fucking Christ.
Also be like, what else isn't true? Do I think the sun is real? Yes, because we see it, we feel it. But do I think...
Well, we saw the fucking moon landing. It was live on TV. We have evidence of it that you can prove that it happened. You can shoot a laser to the moon and it'll be reflected back because of the reflectors they left on the goddamn moon. With a strong enough telescope, you can still see the landing areas where the moon landed and what are they called? The boosters, whatever, that were left behind when they left the moon to go back to the orbiting ship. Oh my god, for fuck's sake.
That every single thing that they have told us about it is 100% accurate? No, I don't. What's your go-to cocktail?
Stupid fucking mate.
When you're with Tommy, and is that the reason why you're drinking again? So first of all, no, Tommy isn't a drinker. I think we just drink socially. We just have a couple drinks together because it's fun. We like to go to the bar, listen to music, hang out. But my go-to for some reason is Sex on the Beach, and I'm drawing a blank of what she always orders. Oh my gosh, is it a Long Island? Oh no.
Wow, Long Island iced teas are strong as fuck. I don't believe that's what she was drinking though. The cocktails we saw them drinking were not Long Island iced teas.
I literally do not remember, but I do know that I've also ordered it and it tastes really good. I'm not remembering what it's called. When did you and Tommy make it official? So this is gonna be off the chain to some of y'all, but she first messaged me on June 18th and we became official on June 26th. Literally like 8 days later, we became
Literally? Oh my god.
official. When you know, you know. What can I say? Have you been reading lately? No, I haven't. I'm still in such a reading slump, but I really, really want to choose a book off of my bookshelf and just like open it
Have you read the books I sent you months and months? Well, God, over a year and a half ago now?
up. Just read the freaking first page, Amberlynn. Would you get a tattoo with Tommy? Yeah, I would. It would be my first tattoo, but yeah, I would totally do that. How are you doing with regulating your emotions? Because I know that's something you are working on. I'm not perfect. I'm definitely getting better. I'm learning more like what my triggers are, and I have created like journaling prompts specifically for moments where I need to regulate myself or become more rational. Like I said before, like I know a lot of you don't watch every single one of my videos, but if you don't know, I do have BPD. So that makes it really hard sometimes for me to regulate my emotions. And something else that like I have come to terms with is like I have zero emotional permanence, which honestly makes things even harder. And that's probably like one of my biggest triggers I've realized recently. So I noticed by like creating these journal prompts, whenever I feel like triggered or like I like to call it like BPD moments or BPD freakouts for the lack of a better term, whenever I'm about to have that, I go straight to those journal prompts. And this is something new that I've recently started because it's like being with Tommy, it's like I've never wanted to improve so much with my BPD like until now. Like she genuinely makes me want to be a better person.
But you also need to want to be a better person for yourself. And it's very strange that these past relationships did not do that for you. If you have to have this external push to be a better person. Um, yeah. That seems to be a thing when it comes to people that have BPD is they don't want to get better for themselves. They have to find some external reason for it.
And I have felt that in all relationships. I feel like that's important to feel when you're in a relationship. Like I hope the person that you're with makes you want to become a better person. But it's like the
Sure. I mean, you want your partner to make you want to be a better person, to do better things, but that shouldn't be your sole catalyst for being a better person or doing better. They should just provide that extra boost and support.
fact that I am like actually actively not only just like wanting to become a better person, but I'm like taking the steps to do so. Like that just
Are
like
you?
I don't know, it makes my heart feel nice and warm and
Have you found a therapist yet for your BPD?
fuzzy. So anyways, these journal prompts have actually helped me. I have stepped away from journaling after doing these prompts and I'm like, wow, I feel lighter. I feel better. I'm no longer freaking out. And I am now finally able to be rational and aware. I know there's actually a lot of people who also suffer with BPD who is watching me, or people who probably just have issues regulating themselves, etc., etc. So if you guys are interested in seeing the prompts and like kind of the process that I go through during a moment like that, I would honestly love nothing more than to share that with you guys because I really do think
Really, you would love nothing more than why haven't you done it yet?
it could be helpful. And before anyone says anything, yes, I need to go to therapy. I understand I'm not a therapist. I'm not giving advice. I'm strictly just like showing something that helps me that I feel like could help you. Will you ever do mukbangs again? I have flirted with the idea. I'm not going to lie. There are times where I don't want to vlog. There are times where I don't want to show what is going on in my personal life. But I do have a job I have to do, and that's creating content. So my brain does go to maybe I should just throw up a mukbang. So I'm not going to lie. That is thoughts that I've had for a while now, maybe since like February or March.
I don't know why I'm suddenly yawning. I did get up early today. Um, don't do the mukbangs again. I mean, granted, as I've said before, I've never considered what Amberlynn done as a mukbang. She's just eating on camera, which I mean, the true spirit of mukbangs were to have somebody eating with you so you didn't feel alone. So I guess in that respect, it is kind of a mukbang, but she's not eating an exorbitant amount of food, which is what we've come to know mukbangs as today, is people just eating a shit ton of food. And Amberlynn doesn't do that. She just has a regular meal. Um, but
So the fact that I have not done one, I'm very proud of that because mukbangs are easy. They're easy to do. They're easy to film. You're gonna eat anyways. Throw it up and call it a day. Make some money. Are you interested in buying property? I would love to buy a house one day, but that's such like a big commitment, and it's like
it is. It's a huge commitment. We had to have Me and my attached neighbors, we had to have our roof replaced. I just had my deck replaced, which if I ever get my videos edited, you will see it. Um, I'm having this bathroom up here, my guest bathroom, redone in a couple of weeks. Um, I need to get patio doors reinstalled, repaired, re- replaced, maybe. That's the word you're looking for, Libby. Yeah, lots of upkeep.
You guys have seen, I have not like stayed in one state. I have moved around so much. I have lived in so many different states. And it's like, where would I buy the house? Am I going to be in that state forever?
Wisconsin.
Like, it's just like such a huge commitment. Plus, I'm like super picky. The house would have to be like my idea of perfect because it's like, it's mine. I own it. But the thought of like owning my own house would be like my little baby. And I could do whatever I want to it. Like, that's pretty exciting. So it's up in the air.
Would you do whatever you want to your own little baby? But yes, you can do whatever you want. I've painted the rooms, as you can see, these walls. The walls in these two rooms here are kind of purplish. I thought it was going to be more of a gray. It came out to be a little more purple than I thought it was going to be, but that's all right. You know, we've been dealing with it for 3 years now, so I will continue to sit here in my lavenderish office.
Know at this moment. What is your biggest regret from each of your relationships? Definitely having undiagnosed BPD and definitely not understanding the reason why I was the way I was. Not getting help sooner. It takes two to tango in most relationships, but like I am fully aware and taking accountability of like it was probably hard being in a relationship with me in the past.
Right, but are you really taking accountability? Um, I don't think Amberlynn can take accountability. She's not very good at it. She might say, "Yeah, I did wrong," but does she really believe that? And does she really know what she did wrong or what was her fault in the relationship? I mean, nobody's perfect. She could just be like, "I don't know what I did," and that could be completely true too. She could be like, "Look, I don't know what I did wrong. They didn't tell me," and but
Because I had a lot of baggage, a lot of heaviness. And undiagnosed BPD, it's scary, it's overwhelming, it's consuming, and
keep
it's not just for the
yawning.
person experiencing it, but it's also for the people
It's hard
around
to be
them.
with
And it's
somebody that
like
has it.
I have a lot of regret towards that, like 100,000,000.
Look, I think one of my ex-girlfriends, I think, had BPD because she had a lot of the same issues that Amber has, um, especially with abandonment. And no matter what you do, they just don't listen and they don't believe and they just continue on in this cycle. And it's horrible. And it's very draining to be with somebody that's like that. It's very draining. At least with Amberlynn's diagnosis, she might be able to recognize this is why I'm feeling this way. Let's try to correct this. My ex didn't, and it's draining, it's stressful, and it's not a good relationship to be in.
And I would do anything to like be able to go back in time because I genuinely think it would have prevented 99% of my problems that were caused by me.
Really?
How do you cope with a long distance relationship? It's hard, but we do make a lot of time for each other, and I'm very grateful for that. Like, Tommy puts as much energy in me as I put in her, and I feel like that's super freaking important because I know how it feels to be, you know, in a relationship with someone or like in a situationship with someone where it's like you're putting all this energy and all this time and this attention into them, and it's like they're not giving it back. It's awkward, it's painful. It's like, do they even like me? Like, what? When two energies are just like so similar, just like what you want in a relationship and like what you give in a relationship, and like the give and take is like very balanced, I think it makes any relationship just a lot easier, whether it's long distance or not. How many pets have you had as an adult so far? I've had 4. Wasabi, Twinkie, Rarity, and Jax. And unfortunately, Jax passed away. If you guys remember Jax, then you have definitely been around for a long time. I think about him all the time and I miss him dearly. If you could only listen to one artist for the rest of your life, who would it be?
Billie Eilish or Miley Cyrus is my guess.
So I know a lot of people are going to think I'm either going to say Billie Eilish or Miley Cyrus. But
Oh, called me out on that one.
no, Billie Eilish is
No, why are you saying it that way?
my second choice, but honestly, my first choice is Banks. If you guys know me through and through.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Banks. She's always listening to Banks.
Banks is just like everything. Her music is just like magic to me. And she has been flirting on social media with a new song. And I'm just like, hurry it up. Let's like get a new album out because I'm ready to have that on repeat, like on the constant. If you guys have not listened to Banks before, do it. Like do it now, please. Like you can pause this video. It's fine. Or actually finish the video first and then go do that. What's something you really want to do with Tommy? I would love to like go on a vacation with her. Maybe like a little cabin, like a cabin in the mountains or something. That sounds like cute, but it's...
I don't think Amberlynn would survive in a cabin in the mountains. She would need to lose some weight first.
Fresh. It low-key just sounds so cozy. Like I could do anything with her and have the time of my life. That is something me and her like agree on. Like we could literally just be sitting next to each other and it's the best time we've ever had, like ever in our life. Will you be visiting Tommy or is that off the table? I don't really know.
Oh, look at that look on her face. She knows she's gonna go visit Tommy, and we know now that she is visiting Tommy.
What's one thing you noticed?
A little wink, yeah, she's gonna go visit Tommy.
About Tommy that made you realize you were in love? Y'all, there are thousands of things that made me realize this. Not gonna lie to you. So I'm just gonna like go in my little list of reasons and randomly pick one. It's the way that she cares about me. The way that like, if I just have like, oh, I have a little tummy ache, or oh, I have like a tiny little headache. Like the way that she like worries and like cares about me and like shows that is so, it's just so gentle and sweet and kind. And I'm not used to that.
Is this the soft love?
I'm not gonna lie. One of the days she was here, like we walked a lot and my feet were hurting and just automatically she's like, let me massage your feet. And I'm like, this is new. Like, I'm just not used to that, like that type of care. And it's just like, like someone who matches my energy because I'm the same way. Like the minute she feels some type of way, I'm just like, are you okay? Oh my God, do you need like me to help with that? Or like, we just like worry and care.
Are you though?
Way. Like again, it's just like our energies are matching.
Really? Because with past relationships, we didn't see that at all. In that way. That's
just like one thing out of like thousands. Like, she's just so sweet. How long do you think the honeymoon phase will last in your relationship? So just based on like experience, but also based on other people's real life stories, sometimes the honeymoon phase never stops. So the last question, you get dinner with 5 people, dead or alive. Who are you inviting? So I'm inviting Tommy, obviously. I'm inviting my grandma, Judy. She passed away when I was 12, but she was my heart, my soul, my everything. She was my mom when my mom couldn't be my mom. I miss her so much. And there's so much I want to tell her and ask her and just, I'd give anything to do that. Billie Eilish, Brittany Murphy, last but not least, Drew Barrymore. Anyways, so those are the 33 questions. And now that I have sat here and answered them all, I didn't realize how many of you asked questions about Tommy and how many of them I actually jotted down. Wow, this is almost 40 minutes. That's hectic. So I'm gonna need to edit this down a lot so you guys aren't sitting there listening to me ramble like nonsense. But I hope that you guys did enjoy this and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
All right, well, I don't think we learned too much new from that one. Just a few things about Tommy here and there. Amberlynn still doesn't believe the moon. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, I need to get up and go do some stuff. I might go to the mall to look at a place that does patio doors and windows. Yeah. Oh, I have the hiccups. But I hope you all have an amazing weekend, and until next time, be safe and take care.